Now on WRDE Coast TV.
We're starting the new week with areas of fog along with mild and muggy conditions. We'll see more warm and humid weather with showers and storms, but cooler and drier air is on the way. I'll have the timing on Futurecast coming up.
And a new survey shows safety is a top concern for cyclists in Lewis, how the findings may help in the development of a new bike master plan.
The search for the convicted killer who broke out of a Pennsylvania prison continues. We have new information about that manhunt. Ocean City shining a little brighter this past weekend with those lights you see aimed to honor. And President Biden is in Vietnam, his meeting with leaders and his plans afterwards to remember 9/11.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, September 11th, 2023. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paige Marley. Matt Pensick has the day off. Of course, today it's 9/11. It is a day of remembrance across our entire nation. You are looking at the 9/11 memorial there in New York City. That is the exact place where tragedy first struck 22 years ago today. Really difficult to believe it was 22 years ago. Today, we are remembering everyone we lost. We also want to just say thank you to all of our first responders across our country. In just a little bit, we are going to be showing you some local ceremonies, some local events happening here on Delmarva so that you can also remember and honor those who died on 9/11. But right now, we are going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. He is joining us with a first look at your forecast this morning. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Paige. Certainly a difficult day. Hard to believe it's been 22 years since 9/11. Feels like yesterday. Our visibilities this morning are low. We have a lot of fog out there, half mile in Georgetown, quarter mile in Salisbury. It looks like the denser fog has moved inland a little bit, so just take it slow out there. Use the low beam headlights, and we're looking at partly cloudy skies. Showers across southern Jersey, few there. A bigger cluster around D.C., Annapolis, and Baltimore right now. And maybe a few little showers trying to get going to our south and west. But I think we're mainly dry this morning as we have kind of a pesky front just hung up along I-95, and that'll be the focus for more storms this afternoon. Temperatures out the door into the 60s and 70s right now, and the winds are light. But the main thing this morning is the dense fog. We have the kids back in school. Make sure you stop around the school buses and take it slow. Low 70s. The fog burns off mid-morning, and then we'll start to get some cumulus clouds and maybe even some afternoon and evening showers and storms, and temperatures into the 80s once again. There's 3 o'clock. So for the 9/11 remembrances, we could be looking at a little rain as we go into the afternoon, but dry and foggy this morning, and then that rain increases this afternoon. A cool down is on the way. I'll talk about that coming up in just a bit.
Bob, thank you so much. This morning, cyclist safety. It is in the spotlight after a survey found it is the #1 concern for cyclists in Lewis. That survey polled thousands of cyclists to help the City of Lewis and Delaware Department of Transportation as they work together on a bicycle master plan to improve conditions in the city. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk is in the newsroom. Heidi, you looked at the survey results, and some of what you found was really shocking.
Paige, thousands of people responded to this survey, and here's what really stood out to me. Many of those people say they actually opt out of cycling within the city because they say they feel unsafe. Now, let me break down for you the Lewis Bike Plan. It aims to make sure that people feel safer going forward when they're cycling in the city. They want to prioritize safety and build better infrastructure in the long term. Now, the survey results showed there's a long way to go here. That's how many cyclists feel. Now, the results found many cyclists feel infrastructure is really what's suffering here, and lack of accessible bike racks and unsafe shoulders, just to name a few. Many also responded there wasn't solid connections to bike trails, so it makes it hard for people to reach from point A to point B. And this data also showed e-bikes are a major concern, often reaching high speeds and creating a hazard. Now, the Lewis Bike Plan is looking for these survey results and still talking to cyclists within the City of Lewis who know the streets better than anyone. After that, they want to eventually come up with these long-term solutions. And there's going to be another meeting coming up on October 11th from 4:30 to 6:30 at the Lewis Public Library, which is an opportunity for people like you to come weigh in and learn more. Back to you.
Heidi, thank you so much. Delaware Governor John Carney is expected to sign multiple bills today. A few of these include 1, with the goal to protect patients from unfair debt collection practices for medical debt, like not allowing large healthcare facilities from charging interest and late fees. Also, a bill with the goal to protect personal data rights and provide the people of Delaware with the right to know what information is being collected about them. And another bill around equity in the school system. This would provide students encountering inequity in the school with non-lawyer advocates to assist them in fighting this inequity. President Biden is expected to wrap up his visit to Vietnam today. He's in the country to deepen ties with Vietnam as part of efforts to reduce America's reliance on China. The president has met with Vietnamese leaders to promote the growth of a technology-focused Vietnamese economy. He's also engaged in some discussions for ways to improve stability in the region. Following his visit to Vietnam, the president will actually not observe 9/11 in New York, D.C., or Pennsylvania, as usually is tradition. Instead, he will stop at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, this in Anchorage, Alaska. That'll be before heading back to D.C. Of course, we mentioned it. Today, it's 9/11. It is a national day of service to honor the lives lost 22 years ago on this very day. There are a number of 9/11 ceremonies and tributes scheduled for all throughout the day. There will be a memorial ceremony in Ocean City that is scheduled for noon at North Division Street and the Boardwalk. Also at 10 a.m., the Air Mobility Command Museum at Dover Air Force Base. A retired New York City firefighter will be there. He conducted search and rescue recovery at the World Trade Center following those terrorist attacks. He will be there to speak. And at 5 p.m. this evening, there is a ceremony at the home of the Whitford family in Lewis. Their son was a firefighter killed in New York on 9/11. Now we have a reminder for everyone in Lewis. Robinsonville Road is closing at the intersection with Plantation Road later today. After that happens, DelDOT says drivers will need to use Cedar Grove Road as a detour route. The department says the closure is set to go into October, where the entire section of Plantation Road will close until the new roundabout opens May of 2024. Also happening today, the Food Bank of Delaware holding a mobile food pantry in Georgetown. To attend, you must bring photo ID and some proof that you live in Delaware. The pantry will begin at 10 a.m. at Crossroad Community Church, and households must be present at the distribution.
Happy Monday, Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf. A lot going on this week on Delmarva, including tracking Hurricane Lee, as our First Alert weather team has been showing you. Here's a look at some other things you might want to know about. This weekend, did you notice some lights in the OC sky? They have been remembrance beams of light in honor of 9/11. A memorial ceremony is scheduled for noon today at the North Division Street and Boardwalk area. Expanded outdoor dining back on the table in Rehoboth Beach. On Friday, the Sirocco restaurant in Rehoboth has a permit hearing for an outdoor patio. That restaurant is located on Rehoboth Avenue and 2nd Street at the Old Sandcastle Motel. Ellendale is considering setting up a neighborhood watch program. Members of the community are meeting tonight at 6:30 to talk about that. Those are just some of the things happening across Delmarva. We have news all day on our website and our apps, and we'll see you at 11, 5, and 6. I'm Madeline Overturf.
Today marks day 12 of the manhunt for prison escapee Danilo Cavalcante. Hundreds of officers have now joined the nationwide hunt for the convicted killer, who authorities say was spotted over the weekend with a new clean-shaven appearance. John Lawrence shows us the latest details of this situation and what concerns locals are saying about this potential danger.
Danilo Cavalcante is still at large, and residents of eastern Pennsylvania are concerned.
I think I'm going to stay with my sister tonight, especially if they don't catch him.
They need to bring the National Guard out now. Enough's enough.
The 34-year-old convicted killer broke out of Chester County Prison on August 31st, and over the weekend, according to the authorities, Cavalcante was able to get past the perimeter police set up around the prison.
I wish that he had not been able to slip through there. But that does happen sometimes, and that's why we don't simply rest on our laurels and say, okay, we're going to take one approach.
The hunt for Cavalcante has now moved to northern Chester County.
In a fugitive investigation, it's very tough to be proactive because you can't anticipate the human factor. We don't know what the fugitive is going to do.
A $20,000 reward is being offered in connection to Cavalcante's capture, and police are certain it's only a matter of time before he's back behind bars.
His choice is to go to prison for the rest of his life. He chooses not to do that. Unfortunately, that is not what's going to prevail in the long run.
The key to this is going to be that, law enforcement can make mistakes, but he can only make one. He will be coming back.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
And Cavalcante broke out of prison roughly just 2 weeks after he was convicted of first-degree murder for the 2021 killing of his former girlfriend. Still ahead on CoastTV News Today, we are remembering Black history in Lewis, how many people came together to honor one man who made a big impact. And Cape Shore's request, the potential decisions on beach replenishment for one beach in Lewis. But first, we have some shocking images of a fire that happened in Millsboro. What was the suspected cause of that fire? That and more when CoastTV News Today continues.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
McDonald's, Telemundo Delmarva 42, Pohanka of Salisbury, Lupton Mall, and the Voice Radio Network presents the Hispanic Festival 2023. Join us to celebrate the Latin American traditions, culture, dances, art, Latin American food, kids entertainment, 7 international artists, and the biggest taco festival in Georgetown. Sunday, September 17th at noon on Ray Street in Georgetown. Tickets are $15 and kids under 10 get in free. Sponsored by
When it's your home, we know you always want the best. And if it's unique, stylish, and custom made, Superior Screen and Glass is your place. We are dedicated to providing the highest quality craftsmanship to our clients on every project. With our Pella and Anderson certified windows and doors, we will help highlight the beauty and function of your home with energy efficient, protective glass. To make your business or home superior and beautiful, trust the experience and expertise of Superior Screen and Glass.
My favorite part of working at Avery Hall is just being involved, meeting new people. I love to educate people on the best coverages to suit their business. I feel that sets us apart from other local agencies. We are a pillar in the community. People look to us for guidance, and it makes it so much more than just a job to come to. I am Maureen Cody, an account executive with Avery Hall Insurance.
Just about 6:13 on this foggy Monday morning. We're seeing our Tidal Health Cam from Seaford. We've got the dense fog out there. Take it slow. Use the low beam headlights. Half a mile in Georgetown of fog, only a quarter mile in Salisbury. Aside from the fog, temperatures in the 60s and 70s right now. And we've got partly cloudy skies once you get away from the fog. Looking at some storms around the D.C. and Baltimore areas. Looks like some showers trying to get going near Nanacoke right now on Delmarva. But the bus stop forecast is a foggy one. Off to school, 70 for the kiddos. Leave extra time to get them there. And heading home, they could be looking at scattered showers and storms and a temperature of 81.
If you were near or at the Holly Lake campsite Sunday morning, you probably noticed a lot of commotion. That is due to what's called in as a potential lightning strike. We have some photos to show you. These are from the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company. It was reported a camper had a lightning strike. It smelled like smoke, and they saw a fire under the camper. Firefighters on scene could not find anything to confirm it was a lightning strike, but they did recommend propane providers and electricians contact the camper owner to make sure everything is working properly. That call did cause some traffic jams in that area at Holly Lake. The Powerball jackpot, it's once again surpassed $500 million after no one hit the grand prize in Saturday night's drawing. An estimated $522 million with a cash option of $252 million will be on the line for later tonight's Powerball drawing. All right, not to bring you down, but just so you have a heads up, the odds of winning that jackpot are 1 in 292.2 million. The new iPhone is expected to have one significant change when it's unveiled later this week. The iPhone 15 is rumored to ditch Apple's Lightning charger in favor of USB-C charging. The expected move comes less than a year after the European Union voted to approve legislation to require smartphones and other devices to support USB-C charging by 2024. The company has previously switched its MacBooks and its iPads to USB-C charging. However, it's still unclear if the shift to USB-C will happen for all new iPhone 15 models or only for the Pro devices. Elon Musk's X Corporation, that's the parent company of the platform formerly known as Twitter, has sued California's Attorney General over the state's new content moderation law. According to that, social media platforms must disclose how their automated content moderation systems work, how they define controversial content categories such as hate speech and disinformation. But in its lawsuit, X alleges the law violates the First Amendment and California's Constitution by potentially compelling the company to moderate politically charged speech by users. Still ahead this morning, Cape Shore is looking for beach replenishment. Why it may already qualify, however, for that project.
And we're seeing dense fog this morning inland areas, but not so along the coast. Here's our tunnel and razor cam, partly cloudy skies. And we are looking at the fog, so take it slow out there on the way to work and watch out around the bus stops as well this morning. We've got a couple of more muggy days on the way with rain and storm chances, then a nice cool down with lower humidity. I'll have the timing on all of that coming up next.
Need help giving a gift? Make your loved ones feel special. Celebrate their birthday. Congratulate a colleague's achievement by sending them a shout-out through Delmarva Life Occasions. All for free on delmarvalife.com. Upload a picture with a message about the special celebration. Delmarva Life Occasions is brought to you free by Island Creamery, found in Chincoteague, Salisbury, and Berlin.
Are you struggling to lose weight? Do you want to live a healthier and more empowered life? Whether it's been a lifelong struggle or you're new to weight loss, we can help you get the results you're looking for. At Tidal Health, we offer a comprehensive and customized approach to weight loss that includes surgical and medical options. Our team of dedicated professionals is committed to making sure you have the knowledge and support to reach your goals and get on the path to wellness. To learn how you can reach your goal weight, visit tidalhealth.org/loseweight today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Bryce Bryan with East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air. We'd like to take a minute to thank you, Delmarva.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For 10 years of business, whether it's plumbing, heating, air conditioning, or kitchen and bathroom remodeling, we have proudly served over 50,000 homes in the area, making us Delmarva's top service provider. So from all of us at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Delmarva.
Pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Welcome the new season with a deep cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians will renew your carpets, air ducts, upholstery, tile floors, and more, clearing away the dust and debris. We clean using powerful proprietary equipment and family-safe cleaning solutions to leave your space looking and feeling fresh. Call or go online to schedule your professional cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
It is 6:18 on your Monday morning. That is a live look at Laurel on your Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. There's nothing wrong with your TV. It's just the fog. Yeah, look at that, Bob. Well, very foggy morning. You know, it wasn't that bad in like the Lewis, Milton area on my way into work today, but Bob, you probably hit this too. I hit some walls of fog on my way in.
Yeah, I could see it coming from like a mile away this morning, Paige. So you really have to be careful out there because you could be in good, clean air, clear air for a second, and then boom, you're in the fog bank. So be careful out there, especially inland areas this morning. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. We are seeing more showers and storms as we go through the next 3 days, and heavy rain is a main threat, especially especially moving into Wednesday. We're tracking Lee in the Atlantic. He's changing in size and strength. We still expect it to be offshore. And below normal temperatures as we go towards the end of the week. It will be cooling off with lower humidity. So looking forward to that for sure. But we're looking at the fog right now. Half-mile visibility in Georgetown right now and a quarter-mile in Salisbury. So you can see for the most part it is across inland areas of Delaware and Maryland. 69 in Selbyville right now, 70 in Delmar, Seaford and Georgetown at 72. Rehoboth right now at 74. And the winds are pretty light, so it's stagnant and kind of foggy out there. Here's clouds and radar right now. You can see, aside from the fog, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. And we've got some rain, some showers and storms around the D.C. area back into Baltimore, Annapolis, and also a few little showers south and west of Salisbury right now, back through the Nanacoke area and Deal Island. So that's what we're looking at the present time, as we have a stationary boundary just off to our west. And then we've got a stronger system even back to our west across the Midwest. And that is going to be the leading edge to much cooler air as we go into the end of the week. But here's Futurecast this morning. We've got the fog that's beginning to burn off. And then we're looking at showers and storms into the afternoon, isolated to scattered, upper 70s and low 80s. Those could linger into this evening. And then as we go into Tuesday morning, temperatures in the 60s. And then as we go into Tuesday, isolated showers and temperatures into the 80s. And then Wednesday morning, we'll see a stronger front move in, and that will bring heavy rain. And that will be marching through as we go through Wednesday morning. And then it should finally clear the coast by Wednesday afternoon, followed by drier air. But it's muggy to humid the next few days, and then it dries off for the end of the week. Here's Hurricane Lee packing winds of 120 miles per hour. Not as strong as it was over the weekend, but that said, it could still pick up steam and then make that turn to the north. As we go into Wednesday, it should weaken as it moves into colder water. But for us, what that means is rip currents and higher waves by the end of the week. And look at this. It looks like it bends back towards the Maine coast or Nova Scotia by Sunday. So it's not out of the question that it doesn't make landfall as we head through time. There's your planner for today for 9/11 remembrances. Fog this morning, storms this afternoon. Your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. 85 Tuesday, 77 with storms Wednesday, then much drier and cooler end of the week into the weekend.
And a reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our radio stations, Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3, 93.5 The Beach, and Big 107.7. Cape Shores is looking for some beach replenishment. The City of Lewis Town Council saying it's considering asking Delaware's congressional delegation to add Cape Shores Beach to the existing Federal Beach Nourishment Project, which includes Lewis. DNREC would add an additional 75,000 cubic yards of material to the Bay Beach as is. After the break this morning, one man making his mark in Lewis, how people came together to honor him and remember his contribution to Black history. We'll be right back.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on WRDE.
Sanctuary by Shell Brothers ensures a healthier, more comfortable environment for you and your family. Our advanced HVAC system circulates fresh air into the home to maintain healthy indoor air quality. We use hospital-grade air filters to remove harmful air particles like bacteria and mold. Smart thermostats and variable speed air handlers work together to independently reduce humidity while improving energy efficiency. Sanctuary by Shell Brothers, included with every Shell Brothers home.
Shower glass. Our name says it all. We provide the best custom shower glass on the shore in a fraction of the time, and our reviews prove it.
Shower glass delivers the best fit, finish, and fastest service.
Reliable scheduling, competitive pricing, the best in the business.
They're the only one we call for shower glass.
Frameless beauty with speed, accuracy, and lifetime warranties. Shower glass. It's all we do. Visit showerglassdoors.net to schedule your free consultation.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Salisbury. One weekend only. Waikamaco Civic Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age, featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground and a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. September 23rd and 24th. Waikamaco Civic Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
The closer you get, the further I fall. 6 days mama gonna make it home tonight.
Tune to 100.9% Classic Country or download the app to listen anywhere.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
They say one man can change the world, and in Lewis, many came to honor and dedication for Johnny Walker and the impact he had on the Black community. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us the history of one of the special beach it's not forgotten.
Where this building is today, a Black-owned restaurant once stood on the beach, and this is the man that owned it, Johnny Walker.
It's one of the few places in Sussex County where people from all areas could come and enjoy it.
Previously called Beach 2, this beach is now named in Walker's honor.
Today we got to hear the stories of folks who were kids here and just hear about how he served great burgers and fries and how he hired young people to be lifeguards.
Johnny Walker was a pillar of the Black community in Lewis, and this beach was the only one open to all races during times of segregation.
People had a place to go. Black people had a place to go that they could call their own and enjoy the beach just like anyone else.
And be safe.
And be safe.
Many gathered to celebrate and spread awareness of the history of the beach for the Black community.
There are people who don't look like us who are here to learn. The mayor came, the former mayor, people from the community, and their supporters. So the message gets spread wide and far beyond us.
And the goal of this event is to never forget the Black history in Lewis and what's to come.
The Black community has been a historic part of this area, a part of what has built up the town and a part of what has supported the community and the commerce here.
Keeping that history alive. And one thing is to be proud of it, right? Because it's here, it's still here, and we want it to thrive and really continue and just be that beacon of light here in this area.
The organizers of this event hope to expand this beach to more than just a sign, but to add more signs to talk about the history of this beach and Johnny Walker for future walking tours. In Lewis, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
And as we bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, we've been talking about it all morning. A lot of ways to remember those we lost on 9/11. If you are going to any of those ceremonies, though, you recommend maybe they should bring a raincoat or an umbrella just in case.
Yeah, absolutely, Paige, for sure. This morning, watch out for the fog and the lower visibility. So if you are headed to 9/11 remembrances, keep that in mind. And then this afternoon, we will be seeing some showers and storms. But we'll see some sun in between. Here's our Face of Grace UV index. And today, it's high. We have a 7. That's also the case for Tuesday. It drops to a 4 on Wednesday because of clouds and showers. And then back to the high range Thursday and Friday. And when it's high, higher SPF for sure. Midday shade, limit time outdoors. And when it's medium, the higher SPF and find the midday shade. So the UV levels are starting to come down. We do have changes in your forecast for the week ahead. I'll talk about that coming up.
Thank you, Bob. Also coming up on Coast TV News today, some shocking video of Mount Kilauea volcano erupting in Hawaii. The state of danger officials are calling for locals. And the president is wrapping up his visit to Vietnam today, the goal of the trip that it aimed to accomplish. And cyclist safety in the spotlight. The shocking results of a survey on biking in Lewis. Don't go anywhere. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce. But don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Bedbugs got their name because of their habit of feeding on humans while they sleep.
Bedbugs go where you go. The effective way to kill bedbugs is with the heat because heat gets everywhere.
Our process ensures that each room in your home exceeds 122 degrees to kill all life stages of a bedbug.
It's proven scientific fact that the heat and treat program is 95% effective.
At Bennett Termite, we know that the heat and treat process is the best way to rid your home of bedbugs, and we're not going to sacrifice our integrity with the customer's money.
We decided to do upgrades on our house that we had built ourselves. We were looking for a particular company that would be on the same page we were as far as craftsmanship and take pride in a job well done. Now we're having the bathroom done, and we went with Spicer Brothers. I've never seen anything as fast and as efficient.
Unbelievable how quick he is, and for a one-man show.
He has a passion for his craft, and he's so efficient. We're just so tickled to death to have him.
So before you sign, keep Bath by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Enjoy some of the finest wines in Delaware to enhance the ultimate dining experience at Benvenuto, winner of the 2022 and 2023 Wine Spectator Award. With more than 150 wines to choose from, served by one of the best sommeliers in the region. You can match your exquisite selection from our international food made with the freshest of local ingredients. Immerse yourself in the ambiance surrounded by breathtaking Tuscan design. Join our exclusive wine club today with private tasting events and great benefits. Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce. But don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
It is 6:30 on this Monday morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us as we continue. I'm Paige Marley. It is September 11th, of course, a day of remembrance for our entire nation. In just a few minutes, we will be showing you some local ways you can honor and remember those we lost 22 years ago today. But first, we will be bringing in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. He joins us now with a look at your forecast. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Paige. And for the 9/11 remembrances today, we're looking at fog this morning and maybe some storms this afternoon. But the visibility really does vary. Just looked outside here in Milton, no fog. And along the coast, mainly clear. It's inland areas that seen the fog. Georgetown, 3 miles, only a quarter mile in fog in Salisbury. So use the low beam headlights and take it slow. We are seeing a little bit of shower around Nanacoke right now, and the rest of Delmarva looking quiet. We're seeing bigger storms around Baltimore and Annapolis. So we could see some of those showers a little bit later on with the stationary front just to our west. We're looking at temperatures out the door into the 60s and 70s and light winds at the present time. So we have the fog this morning, and that will burn off mid-morning. Maybe some showers as early as noon, and then a few more popping up into the afternoon. Maybe a little bit of heavy rain. So keep that in mind for the 9/11 remembrances. Temperatures into the 70s and 80s. So it's fog that we're worried about early, then a little window of dry weather, then storms into the afternoon. We have changes to cooler and drier weather. I'll tell you when that happens coming up.
All right, Bob, thank you. New data from a survey done in Lewis showed safety is a #1 concern for bicyclists. The survey pulled thousands of cyclists to help the city of Lewis and the Delaware Department of Transportation as they work together on a bicycle master plan to improve conditions in the city. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk is in the newsroom. Heidi, the survey results showed cyclists think there's a lot of room for improvement.
Paige, there were thousands of responses to this survey, and what really stood out to me is that people said who cycle often in Lewis that they actually don't feel safe sometimes, which is why sometimes they opt out of cycling through those streets. Now, let me tell you about the Lewis Master Bike Plan. There's several provisions that they want to make sure that they can make it safer for people who cycle within the city of Lewis by prioritizing safety and building better infrastructure. Now, the survey results showed there's a long way to go, or at least that's what cyclists in the city of Lewis think. The results found many cyclists feel infrastructure is suffering, from lack of accessible bike racks to unsafe shoulders. Many also responded that there weren't solid connections to bike trails, and the data also showed that e-bikes are a major concern, often reaching high speeds and creating a hazard. Now, the Lewis Bike Plan is what they call in the development phase. So they're trying to gather these survey results and understands what exactly cyclists in the city of Lewis would like to see in the years to come. And that conversation is going to be ongoing for months. Back to you.
And Heidi, this conversation, like you said, it's not going away anytime soon. In fact, you mentioned another opportunity for people to learn more about the Lewis Bike Plan.
Paige, there is a public workshop coming up on October 11th, 2023 from 4:30 to 6:30. That's going to be held at the Lewis Public Library, and this is a great opportunity for anyone who wants to learn about the future of cycling in Lewis or weigh in to come and join in on the conversation. Back to you.
Heidi, thank you so much. Today, President Biden wraps up a weekend in Asia where his goal was to strengthen ties with allies and build new alliances. He secured deals with Vietnam on semiconductors and on minerals. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how this is all part of his administration's push to counter China.
President Biden in Vietnam this morning, meeting with officials there in an effort to strengthen ties between the two nations.
As we sit side by side, Mr. President, we're reminded of the hard work you all did to get here.
The president's visit follows the G20 summit, where he met with the leaders of the world's largest economies, while also downplaying tensions with Beijing.
We're not looking to hurt China, sincerely. We're all better off if China does well. China does well by the international rules, grows the economy. But they have had some real difficulty in terms of their economy of late.
G20 leaders also agreed to a joint declaration supporting peace in Ukraine more than 18 months into Russia's invasion.
Virtually every member of the G20, perhaps minus one, is intent on making sure that there is a just and durable end to this Russian aggression.
But the statement stopped short of condemning Russia, something Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley criticized, saying the Biden administration failed to send a strong message.
It was a win for Russia and China. They're celebrating today.
Today, President Biden returns to the U.S., where he'll mark the 22nd anniversary of the worst terrorist attack on our nation's soil. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
President Biden will be in Alaska. That is where he will deliver remarks observing the September 11th terrorist attacks. Delaware Governor John Carney is expected to sign multiple bills today. A few of those include one with a goal to protect patients from unfair debt collection practices for medical debt, like not allowing large healthcare facilities from charging interest and late fees. Also, a bill with a goal to protect personal data rights and provides people of Delaware, of the state, will have the right to know what information is being collected about them. And another bill, this around equity in the school system. It would provide students encountering inequity in the schools with non-lawyer advocates to assist them in fighting any inequity. We've been talking about it all morning. Today is 9/11, is a national day of service to honor the lives we lost 20 years ago on this very day. I know many of us, it's hard to believe it was 22 years ago. There are a number of 9/11 ceremonies and tributes that are scheduled for throughout the day locally. A memorial ceremony is scheduled for noon at North Division Street and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. At 10 a.m., the Air Mobility Command Museum at Dover Air Force Base will have a retired New York City firefighter who conducted search and recovery at the World Trade Center following the terrorist attacks. He will be there to speak. And at 5 o'clock this evening, there is a ceremony at the home of the Whitford family in Lewis. Their son was a firefighter killed in New York on 9/11. We have a reminder now for everyone in Lewis. Robinsonville Road is closing at the intersection with Plantation Road later today. After that, DelDOT says drivers will need to use Cedar Grove Road as a detour route. The department says the closure is set to go into October, where the entire section of Plantation Road will close until the new roundabout opens May 2024. We have some really spectacular images to show you now. These are coming from Hawaii. Mount Kilauea has erupted again. A fountain of lava can be seen shooting up into the air. Authorities say this eruption does not present an immediate danger, but they have raised the alert level to red for potential hazards. The Hawaiian Volcano Observatory is keeping a very close watch on these developments. This volcano last erupted in June. We have a heads up for you and a number of programming changes that start on CoastTV News today. So take a look here. Extra moves to 11:30, and that is followed by the Drew Barrymore Show. NBC News Daily, that still airs at 1, which is where you can get some local news cut-ins from CoastTV, by the way. That'll be followed by Jennifer Hudson. Then at 3 p.m., Tamron Hall. At 4 p.m., I'll see you there. It's our local lifestyle program, Coast Life. In between CoastTV News at 5 and 6, you can now catch Inside Edition. So we'll see you then. Still more to come in our next half hour of CoastTV News today. A dog park progress, what the mayor is telling us about what the town is bringing a dog park to Georgetown. And Tom Brady made his return to Gillette Stadium yesterday. Future plans for the former New England Patriot announced by the owner of that team. We'll be right back.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, unlock the power of reading with Summer Method for dyslexic individuals. Boost your business with Preston Automotive's top-notch commercial event. Plus, more on Coast Life. Today at 4 on CoastTV.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
Our beautiful Delaware beaches give people a place to relax and unwind from their busy lives. But even in paradise, accidents and injuries can happen. From beach house rental mishaps to car accidents, unexpected injuries can turn your summer into a nightmare. That's where the Law Office of Trap-Nickel comes in. Our experienced personal injury team understands the complexities of beach-related accidents and are here to fight for your rights. Don't let an unexpected injury ruin your summer. The Law Office of Trap-Nickel, your priority is our priority.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergolas, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum Deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
For weather coverage you can count on, get the WRDE weather app with live radar and severe weather alerts, plus a 10-day forecast. Download the free WRDE weather app, built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
.641 on this Monday morning. Some places foggy, other places aren't. Dry Tech Cam, Ocean City. On this side, not foggy, but then you get on land and it's a different story. And it's really been fluctuating now. 10 miles visibility in Georgetown, so it looks like it's improving. A quarter mile in Salisbury still, so really be careful out there. Still fog banks, especially inland areas. Now out the door, it's warm and muggy. Temperatures into the 70s. We are seeing a few showers now making their way on to Delmarva. Some heavier storms back through D.C. and Baltimore. I think those will miss us, but some spotty showers are developing out there, so maybe grab the umbrella just in case. Here's our Face of Grace UV index, a practice in sun safety. It's high the next several days with the exception of Wednesday when it's down to a 4. So you know the drill, the higher SPF, midday shade, and limit outdoor activities, especially during the noon hour as we go into those days with the high levels. I'll have much more on your forecast, including a cool down coming up in just a bit.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Cambridge curfew for teenagers, it's back on the table. The pilot program put an 11 p.m. weekend and 10 p.m. weeknight curfew in place for teenagers with a few exceptions. This was debated earlier this year, some saying it empowered parents, others saying it was not effective. After some clash on the council moved to reinstate the curfew. That is on the agenda for tonight's council meeting at 6 p.m. there in Cambridge. Former New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady made his much-anticipated return to Gillette Stadium Sunday. It happened during a special halftime ceremony as the Patriots took on the Philadelphia Eagles. Prior to Brady taking the stage, New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft said Brady will be inducted into the team's Hall of Fame on June 12, 2024. Tom Brady wore a number 12 jersey and stood alongside his family on stage in front of thousands of fans, saying he was a Patriot for life. The Eagles defeated the Patriots, however, with a final score of 25-20. In some entertainment news now, Austin Butler and Godzilla each make their return in new projects. Rick Damigella has those details in today's Hollywood Minute.
I want you to quit writing.
Don't ask that.
Austin Butler hits the road. The actor stars alongside Tom Hardy and Jodie Comer in the upcoming drama The Bike Riders. This is your first look at the period film, which follows a biker gang in 1960 Chicago and is set to hit theaters on December 1st.
She's an experiment.
Good evening.
Poor Things wins big at the Venice Film Festival. The surrealist comedy starring Emma Stone nabbed the prestigious Golden Lion Prize at the annual festival, which honors the event's best film. Moviegoers can see what the buzz is about when Poor Things arrives in theaters on December 8th.
If you come with me, you'll know everything, I promise.
Kurt Russell takes on Godzilla. The beloved monster clobbers through the small screen in the new series Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, and is joined by an assortment of other massive creatures causing severe destruction. The 10-episode show premieres on Apple TV Plus on November 17th. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Still to come this morning, some dog park progress when Georgetown could discuss the potential dog park again.
And the coast is clear. Here's our Hershey exteriors cam, not showing any fog here, but in the distance we have it. Inland areas as well, so watch out for that. We've got warm and muggy conditions the next couple of days with more rain and storm chances, then a nice cool down with lower humidity to follow. I'll have the timing on the rain and the cool down after the break on Coast TV News Today.
The season finale, where legends are made.
I don't know what it looks like up there, but it's time to find out.
It's so close, Matt! Oh my gosh! $1 million!
Ninja Warrior tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
I felt everyone's heartbeat. It was incredible.
Best act of the night.
I think America is going to love you.
I got goosebumps. I don't know what to say.
AGT Live, Tuesday and Wednesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
At Tidal Health, we're with you at every step. When you need hip or knee replacement surgery, choose the area's most experienced orthopedic robotic surgeon. Choose Dr. William Duran. His robotic surgery techniques lead to less pain and quicker recovery, meaning you'll be back on your feet doing what you love in no time. At Tidal Health, we know the value of having high-quality, world-class care right in your backyard, so we invest in it. Visit TidalHealth.org/experience to learn more.
Whether you live at the beach, travel to the beach, or want to know what's going on at the beach, get the WRDE News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the WRDE News app on your Apple or Android devices. Just search WRDE Coast TV. The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on.
WRDE weather brought to you by Window World of Delmarva. Simply the best for less.
Window World of Delmarva will bring quality and beauty to your home, replacing your roof system the right way. Replacing your roof is not just shingles, it's a complete engineered system. We'll help you with your roofing project from start to finish. Save $500 off a new CertainTeed roofing system, offering better protection, durability, and many colors to choose from.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate.
It is 6:47 on this Monday morning, and take a look at that. That is a live look at Rehoboth Beach on our Boardwalk Plaza cam. You know, Bob, you and I were just talking about this is a really difficult day for a lot of people, but sometimes views like that, they just let you take a deep breath and just be thankful for what you have. For those of us who are, of course, remembering and honoring those lost in 9/11, Bob, looked really great there in Rehoboth Beach, but maybe they should bring a raincoat, a rain jacket if they're going to a remembrance.
Absolutely, yeah. 22 years ago, Paige, and you know, to me it feels like yesterday. So it's a day we'll never forget. For the remembrances today, I think we are looking at the fog this morning, and then this afternoon, a chance of some showers and storms. So make sure you bring an umbrella for this afternoon if you are going to some 9/11 ceremonies. Make sure you scan the QR code right there as well. That will get you to the Coast TV weather app. We've seen the fog this morning, and now we've seen a dramatic dissipation in the fog. Now only Salisbury is seeing a quarter mile, where it's 8 miles in Ocean City, 10 miles in Georgetown. But don't let your guard down, because I still think we're looking at areas of patchy fog, even where it has higher visibility mileage. Our 5-day temperature trend, average high now is 81. I think we're at 83 today, 85 Tuesday. Then that's it for the warm and muggy air. We're looking at refreshing air after that, 70s, and we're falling through the 70s to about 75 for a high by Friday. It is going to be nice by that time. But it's warm and muggy out the door right now, with temperatures into the low 70s, I should say, and the winds are light. Aside from the fog, partly cloudy skies, there are some showers out there. Nanticoke right now into Maryland seeing a few, and a few up west of Cambridge, with heavier storms now around the D.C. area into Baltimore as well. So I think those will miss us to the west and north, but grab the umbrella anyway, as we do have a front trying to push through. It's going to get hung up, and that's why we're going to see more showers and storms. A stronger front across the Midwest will usher in that cooler air by the end of the week. Here's Futurecast showing the fog this morning, maybe a few stray showers. Otherwise, another warm and muggy day. Not going to be hot, low 80s inland, and then afternoon, a few of those hit and miss showers and storms. Some of those packing some heavy rain. That continues into this evening. Overnight, I think we dry it out. It's a little cooler into Tuesday morning. A few more clouds tomorrow, and we're looking at temperatures into the mid-80s, maybe a few showers. Not expecting a lot of activity. Then we're looking at a strong cold front Wednesday morning. This could bring some heavy rain, maybe some vivid lightning Wednesday morning, and then that front will clear the coast by evening. So it looks like Wednesday will be a stormy day. On the muggy meter, it's humid the next few days, and then those humidity levels drop into the comfortable range finally Thursday on into Saturday. Let's talk tropics real quick. Here's Hurricane Lee, packing winds of 120 miles per hour. It will strengthen again into a major hurricane, then make that turn to the north and weaken as it moves into colder water. So what that means for us is, well, it'll be tracking to our east. The waves will be building and the rip currents as well into the weekend. And it moves well to our east. We're on the edge of the cloud shield and maybe making landfall eventually into Maine or Nova Scotia. So kind of a close call for them. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 83 today, a few storms. 85 Tuesday. 77, better chance of heavy rain Wednesday. And then drier and cooler Thursday into the weekend.
All right, Bob, thank you. Georgetown's potential dog park is moving forward. The Dog Park Committee is meeting again Thursday. The mayor previously told Coast TV this idea was in the very preliminary stages. I think we're going to move on now. There we go. Waiting for that stinger there. It is 6:50. We are talking about our coastal pet now, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique. Take a look at this. This is China. China is a flowered Shar-Pei who was born with a cleft palate that has been fixed, but she still has the bit of a split lip. But that's okay. That just gives her even more character. China is like an Energizer bunny. She never stops moving from the time she wakes up to the time she goes to bed. She should meet my dog. They could maybe get some energy out together. This unique dog was sent to us by Linda. Okay, I think we've had a couple Shar-Peis very recently, which is kind of cracking me up because we've never had Shar-Peis that I've seen before. Now we have plenty of them. We want to see your pets on Delmarva, Shar-Peis, and other dogs. Keep sending us those photos and telling us what makes them so special. You can email us those photos at content@wrde.com and watch weekdays from 5 to 7 to see all the pets we feature.
And we're seeing the dense fog lifting in Seaford right now. No fog, just some clouds, and watch for some showers. It's going to be mild and muggy the next couple of days, and then a big cool down comes, a big time taste of fall as we head towards the end of the week. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
10, 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row, brought to you by Pohanka of Salisbury.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Salisbury. One weekend only. Waikamaco Civic Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age, featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground and a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. September 23rd and 24th. Waikamaco Civic Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
When it comes to your home, you need a local contractor you can trust and quality you can count on. Spicer Brothers is properly licensed in Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia, and we're here to help.
Our team is committed to customer satisfaction, and we stand behind our work with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty.
Right now, finance your entire project with no interest and no payments until 2025. So, for all your exterior and bathroom remodeling needs, call the company you can trust. Spicer Brothers, we've got you covered.
It's always a beautiful day for learning at Shells, where we prepare your child to excel in school with our pre-K program that exceeds school standards. With lessons that'll develop your child's word recognition, social skills, reading readiness, and more. Taught by certified teachers in a healthy, caring learning environment.
Shells has helped my children excel in schools from the time they started pre-K.
Register now and save up to $2,600 a year, with openings at all of our locations. Shells, preparing our future generation.
Delmarva Home Show. Explore the hidden house gems here on the peninsula. Exciting tours of stunning homes, charming cottages, and luxurious beachfront properties. Designer ideas and insider tips to help inspire your home decor. Discover the best of Delmarva's architecture and interior design. A showcase of the most unique and beautiful homes on Delmarva. Start your tour Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WBOC.
Delmarva's rock station for 35 years.
6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. President Biden is expected to wrap up his visit to Vietnam today. He's in the country to deepen ties with Vietnam as part of efforts to reduce America's reliance on China. The president has met with Vietnamese leaders to promote the growth of a technology-focused Vietnamese economy. He also engaged in discussions for ways to improve stability in the region. Following his visit to Vietnam, the president will stop at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, this is in Anchorage, Alaska, to honor and remember 9/11 before heading back to D.C. Some spectacular images from Hawaii Sunday. This is Mount Kilauea erupting again. A fountain of lava can be seen shooting up into the air. Authorities say this eruption does not present an immediate danger, but they have raised the alert level to red for potential hazards. The Hawaiian Volcano Observatory is keeping a very close watch on developments. This volcano last erupted in June. The Powerball jackpot has once again surpassed $500 million after no one hit the grand prize in Saturday night's drawing. An estimated $522 million with a cash option of $252 million will be on the line for later tonight's Powerball drawing. We're not trying to bring you down, but the odds of winning that jackpot are 1 in 292.2 million. Gatorade's new beverage is one we're already pretty familiar with. The PepsiCo brand is releasing Gatorade Water next year. The company says it is an electrolyte-infused, unflavored water with a 7-step filtration process. It contains alkaline to enhance its pH levels. This type of so-called functional water has become really popular recently because of its alleged health benefits, but experts say there's no evidence confirming or denying those claims. I'll try it once. I'll try it out. We'll see. All right, it's 6:56 now. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door. We're bringing in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihee one more time.
Yes, good morning, Paige. Good morning, Delmarva. If you are attending 9/11 ceremonies today, watch out for fog this morning and then some showers and storms later today, as we'll be in the 70s much in the morning and then warming into the lower 80s by this afternoon. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Couple of more warm and muggy days. 85 on Tuesday. Wednesday, we see a cold front coming through. 77, maybe some heavy rain, and that's it for the warm and muggy weather. We get a taste of fall by the end of the week into the weekend, highs into the 70s, overnight lows in the 50s beginning Friday morning. The weekend looking great, and even into early next week looking good too. But by the weekend, we have to watch out for the high waves and rip currents from offshore Hurricane Lee.
All right, Bob, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us on Coast TV News today. The Today Show is up next at 7, and then we'll be back with Coast TV midday at 11. So stick with us for more news and coverage you can count on. Download the Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Monday morning, everybody.